Hey guys, Susanna here. I'm back again. I'm just gonna grab the phone and show you what I've done. So I've stitched this down and I've just done him some embroidery along there. Still got to finish that. Stitched around the heart. Okay, now this is what I did here. I just stitched it down. It goes all puffy, but that's okay, I don't mind that. And that was one of the buttons. I think we've got one button left that we can put somewhere. Now I've done some writing down here, and it's from 1 Corinthians 3:14. Most people know this. It's like a wedding verse they use. Love is patient and love is kind. And because it's got the word love up there, I thought we could all use a bit of that. We can all use a bit of patience and a bit of kindness, and I'm going to stitch that down in back stitch in this colour, sort of complement that. Whereas I thought, well, I won't show you how I do that one, because most of you know how to do a backing stitch. So that will hold that down, and I wanted to do it in a fairly bright colour. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to work on this area. So it's a little bit puckery. And I want to do some flowers, and I might even stitch over that. I thought I want to highlight that a little bit, because I haven't really worked on the background, and I really loved what Rachel did with her flowers in the latest, her first page of the Journal of Stitchery. So I thought I might do some of that sort of stuff there. Yeah, and maybe some up there as well. So I'll just put it back up, and I'm going to proceed to work. I thought this would be the last video, but no, I don't think so. We've got quite a bit of work to do. So I could probably zoom in a little bit as I go to the areas I need to. Look, I've sorted through my cushions. I had this pin cushion which I did a video on way back, and I thought because it was getting pretty full. So okay, well, I'll proceed to sit down now. The other bit that I used, remember that I showed you bits and pieces from, like when I made the leftover pieces into a journal. So I grabbed the fabric that looked like this, and I've cut some of it up, and I've cut into like I made yo-yos, and I've made yo-yos out of the one yo-yo, and then just used the little circle pieces. I'm using the little heart as well, and just went to my stash and I found something like that. So if you go and even look in the thrift shops and find some fabric, or even I'm sure you would have some in your stash that had flowers. I'm using that. I've got this in my stash. I may not use it. I'll probably use it. I've got a bag of green fabrics and a bag of pink and all that I'm going to do slow stitching fabrics for myself from inspired by Lisa Maddock. But you can get stuff like that that's just vintage hexagons, which I put together using these gorgeous fabrics. So you never know, that may, I don't know, could almost put something like that there or there. I think I'm already too far gone to be doing that. I should have thought of that earlier. But I've gotten this fabric here. I've just got from a stash. I wanted to match up, like get some brighter green. So I've just cut out these leaves, and here's leftover bit of this, and I really do love it. It'd be nice to embroider some of that, like that tulip, but I don't know. And here's another little green, a pink flower, because it is called vintage pink after all. So I got inspired by Rachel, and I did just a couple of circles. They might be a little bit too big left over from the fabric, so we'll see. We're just gonna work on doing a bit of a design, and I've still got these leftover bits. I've got that, I've got this, I quite like that, I like the pink. Yeah, so you can make yo-yos, and I've got that little leftover bit too. So we'll put that off to one side, and I will drag it in the middle a little bit more so that we know where we are. And if I put this underneath, at least I know where to sort of stick. Okay, so what I want to do, because I thought I've done a lot of stitching, but there's not a lot of like, you know, embroidery and all that kind of stuff. So I'm just going to grab my gluey stuff and see how we go with that. Okay, so I really do like that heart, and I think that would be a nice, like, little centerpiece or something. And then I was thinking I might, a bit like Rachel in the way that I just and ah about things I'm going to do. Okay, now do that one, and since it is called Vintage Pink, I really do want to get some pink flowers. Maybe try not to go over that crisscrosses there. Then I've got these. I'm wondering, do that. Sort of want to have a bit of a design here. And I managed to have 2 yo-yos. I could probably go here. I think that'd be nice because that sort of looks a bit like a flower. And what about if I do that? Yo-yo there. And then something like that. I don't know if I would go over the probably need to do a couple there. I don't know. And then we've got these flowers and these leaves, which I wouldn't mind putting. Like with Rachel's, you know, it always looks, I might do the grey up here, worse before it looks better. Okay, so if we've got that, I'm just wondering, I'm still in camera. I might go out a bit. We're just still designing at this point. And everything looks really light, but by the time you you stitch, you know, and you have it all down, it will look okay. I was hoping to cover that hole, but meh. I think that doesn't look too bad. So that means we've got, actually I might use that one. A bit more colour. There we go. Do it that way. So what I can do now is proceed to sort of stitch down, and then we've got a few little leftover bits that I might be able to do something there. Got this little flower here, might put on the top there, so, and a bit of this green. But for now, what I would like to do is proceed to stitch those down, or at least hold them down. Okay, remember how this is going to go over this side. Put it like that there, and then that's that over there. So put it off to the side so you know where it's going. Okay, yeah. So what I need to do now is just stitch it down. Well, stick it down, and then I'm going to I like the idea of it coming out through there. Actually, there we go. Just sticking it down for now, and then that's going to go there. Hang a minute. There we go. So, I'll pin these. Sorry, tad quiet. So what I'll probably do with this is proceed to stitch it down. And then I will probably put that over the top there. There you go. Yep. Yep. Actually, I might stick it over the top. Like that. And then that's going to come there. So maybe these need to come down a little. Always got a fiddle faddle around so you get it right. Oop. There we go. That's how we want it. It's like Mickey Mouse, isn't it? Okay, now I will pin these down. Okay, and then that can stay here. So I will proceed to stitch some of those down. I could probably like to have it a little closer. There we go. There we go. And so I'm just going to stitch them down. Oh, my chair is caught on my leg. There we go. There we guys. Okay, now. So what I'm going to do, I don't know whether I'm going to just, because we're going to be, this is just going to be doing like holding them down, and then I want to do some embellishment, so do like a fly stitch in the center of that. So at this point I just want to hold them down. Okay, so I may especially that, I may just get this colour. Actually, I really need this colour for the writing, so we'll get something else. We get something a bit softer, or something a little bit that's going to stand out. Quite like that one. Okay. And then with the greens, I do like that. That actually, don't mind my variegated thread. It's probably too dark. Those two are good, or that one. Okay. Now, pink. Grab my thread. So, how are we all going with this? Some of you have ordered it, you probably haven't even got your bits and pieces yet, so a bit hard at this point, but that's why I make playlists, so that you can you know, go back to it and work with me step by step. So what I'm going to do with this is I'll proceed to sew, just sew this. I'm just wondering, what stitch do I do? Do I do make it stand out? I reckon I might just do like a little attacking sort of like running stitch. Now let me see. Main camera. Yes, good. That's good. And I might start up the top here. I might go over the leaf. You've got to go through a few layers, so it may pay to hold it all down. Probably need a few more pins, but they're just getting me way. So, because a lot of this heart is going to be covered, I think one of this stitch is probably okay, whereas this one here, it was you know, you can actually see it, so it's nice doing a bit more of a fancier stitch because you can see the stitch. So I think I might turn my fan down low. I've got my fan down in the background, but it's proving to be a little cold, so I might turn it down to 1 in a minute. 10. There we go. Hopefully you can see this, guys. When you've got a bigger piece that you're working on, like when we're doing the journal of stitchery, it's, you know, it's easy because it's such a small piece, whereas when you're working on a bigger piece like this, it's you know, as you can see, I've always got to gather stuff up, which, okay, hold that down. Yeah, I have a fair bit of green with the leaves and even them, so I needed the pink, and that's where this heart came in, and because I thought, well, I'll use it up because that's what I used. That's what I cut out when I was going to make it for the journal cover, but I thought I might as well use it on this. I've got enough journal covers, but I just sort of did it as to show you what you can do with your leftover fabrics. But you can make your yo-yos or cut out your circles and all that kind of stuff with the leftover fabric in order to do a little design on the side. It's looking cute. Oh. Hurt my finger. I jabbed it with when I was filling the dishwasher, and a fork jabbed my finger. Geez, it bled like a stuck pig. And because it's the main finger that you use for stitching, and there was a few days where it was really hurting to stitch, so I didn't do stitching for a couple of days. Okay, which is pretty sad. Little bits, straggly bits. Okay, I'll finish doing this. Heart. I'll go. Actually, I think I need to a bit high. Yep. Sorry, guys. Big thing. So I'll do on the side here, catch it, and I'll do one up the top here and try and catch that. There we go. Quite fine, this fabric. Yeah, so it's really inspiring seeing all these beautiful stitcheries on the Facebook page. You get some lovely ideas of what you can do. So pretty. Just love the soft, pretty colours in this little quilt. with these. Well, I might pause it, and I'm going to do just stitching to sort of stitch these down, and then I might even proceed to do actually some embroidery on there on this video, because I've still got those other ones to do, but I just thought it'll show you some of the embroidery stitches. But that's looking rather cute so far. Okay, we are back again. I've just done stitching, and I did it with this thread. It was just sort of like a strong thin sort of cotton, and stitched them on so that they are stitched down. That's going to go there, and then this I just stitched with this thread. And what I want to do is, I saw this really cool design. I'm just going to do a circle in the middle, and same here, and then like that side here, maybe two, I think. So a little bit like a clock in a way. Okay. So I want to get this thread here. I'm just showing you a really cool thing I saw on Pinterest or something. So you do just a little slip stitch and make sure that it goes over like this. So it probably is going to be a bit like a clock. Okay, and there, there, and then one here. So you do it so it's a little bit over. It needs to be fairly wide. Not quite even, but no, well. Okay, one here. Thread here. Always got little daggy bits everywhere. Okay. And it doesn't matter. Like they say, if it's not perfect, that's fine, and that's all the beauty of slow stitch. Okay. I'm hoping that's enough. It's probably a tad close. If we can do a couple more in between, I think we might. I think I might go there. And then maybe, yeah. Definitely one here. Some of them are fairly close together, some of them aren't. So I'll do another one in here. But this makes it more like real flower. It's going to be random stitches around. And we'll do one there, and I think one there. There we go. That looks a little better. Now, look at all the stitches on. They will be sewed over. It's all good. Now, so I better tie it off properly. A big long stitch there, but that's going to be stitched over. It's fine. Usually like to tie it off with two. Now, I'm using this colour because I think this colour and pink look really pretty together. And this is the little fluffy bits on the thing. I might cut that off because I think it's going to get in the way. I'll make it flatter anyway. Okay, so we start here, put a knot. Now this is like doing lazy daisy stitch, except for it's even lazier than a lazy daisy stitch. So then we go into the next one, go through, and depending on how wide everything is, you may go back and do another one, as in another go around it again. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. Yeah. So this is an easy way of doing it. Go next to it, around, just go underneath. If I see a cool stitch online, I like to share it with you guys. This is actually quite a nice way of maybe getting some thicker, maybe some wool or something. It's almost like weaving. And I might even go back with another colour. If you don't make them too tight, it becomes more like a little daisy. And in the middle of it, I'm probably going to do a heap of French knots or colonial knots or whatever. So that is if you want to do it, you can do a whole heap of lazy daisies, but I just thought this was something a little bit different, and yeah, I just quite like the idea of it. Okay, I have to, might get one more. Yep. Okay, yeah, I reckon we may get one more. I'm a bit of a shocker when it comes to, you know, using up the fabric, not the thread. Okay. Yep. Now, finish that off. I'll just pause it and be back. Okay, we're back again. So I'm doing, so make sure that you don't do it so tight. What I was thinking, so I just went around here like that, just finished up. So what I want to do here is just finish this off, and then I'm going to go in with like a pearl 5. This is a pearl 8. My general stitching is a pearl 8, whereas this is a pearl 5. It's a bit thicker, and I thought I'm going to go in with a different colour. We'll see how we go. I might not think that it's okay, and then we're going to go, might go in the middle a little bit more, and then go around the top and then down. So it's a bit thicker, and that'll fill that up a little more. There we go. So go in the centre, go around the top of that, and see how that's going to feel. Put it close to that other piece, and it's going to fill that up. Okay, in the middle. Now, if you're not happy with it after you've finished doing this, as close to the other bit as you can. You're more than welcome. I think it really does fill it up. Okay, loosen it. I think it needs to be a little bit looser. Okay, there we go. Because this seems a little tight. There we go. So I'll do this one, and I'll loosen that up a bit. There we go. Just stuffing up on myself. There we go. And then tighten that up. So it definitely fills up some of that gap, the gappage that we've got, and you can still see the there we go, the grey, which is what I do when I see a little bit of the grey. I mean, if you don't want to do this, you can always do, so you can go up a little higher, not too tight, and back down. Come through here, middle. Okay, press down through the top of that. Definitely makes it very pretty. Okay, then in the middle, and you can do French knots in the middle. You can put a button in the middle. You can put beads. It's up to you what you want to do. See? And then again catches these threads. So I will not have it too tight. Okay guys, sorry about that. My son come barging in. I'm just going to finish that off, and then we can put some little French knots and stuff in there. I'll probably do a similar one to that, and then I'm going to stitch that on. So in the next one, I'll probably show you a little more of what's been done. 40 minutes, it's quite long. So yeah, I quite like that little technique. I think it's cute. Okay guys, I will catch you in the next video. This is slow stitching after all, so it does take a while. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.